Only mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. And me, after I've been in the hospital. Very smart. Hey, next time I'm going to show you guys, on this pillar, we have a beehive. It'll hang down like a big beard right here sometimes. Right now you're probably, I don't know if you can see them, but there's a few of them there. And I don't want to make them mad, so I'm going to leave them alone. It's really cool. We have a whole big, giant beehive. They come out. It's so hot right now that they literally, they need to breathe or just cool off. So I'll show them to you sometime. It's really cool. They're friendly. So far. I get knocked down, but I get back up again. That's right, double the fuck down. Yes, I had some crapola go on. Sticking my neck out there, you know, you put your face out there, you say some controversial stuff. Sometimes there's certain interests that come back at you that don't want you to be doing that. Sure, being realistic. But that's a whole nother topic. The topic today is something much more practical, which is one full conscious breath, the world's shortest meditation. Yes, I'm missing a tooth. God gave me a left hook. Wake me up. We do need corrections. We do need wake-up calls. No matter how far you are on the path, you are, you know, that the stronger the medicine, really. The farther you go, in a sense, the stronger the wake-up calls. So I got knocked out. Knocked out, tooth, attack, this, that, and the other. My voice isn't even back. Yeah. Humbling, humility, all good things for us all. To be humiliated in the true sense, to be, hang on. Allie, no! You know some dogs roll and shit? Well, this little beauty girl does that very thing. Allie, no. Off. Excuse me. So this is the training. You, off. Come. Let's go. Wonder why they do that. Interesting smells, I guess. So, when things get tough, when you're getting a wake-up call, I got spanked this last week, and don't draw conclusions too quickly. We're often too quick to go, oh yes, I have closure and I've moved on and I understand all about it. You will miss out on the nuances, on the layers. Tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, back at the webcasts. Just go to tobiaslars.com, look for the webcasts on the left side, webinars. If you're interested, you can listen live and you get the recording. So we need to come back to basics. The breath, your breath, is where the life force, the living waters, meet, where it makes contact. And the inner body awakening, which is the basic technique that I work with, and really to get grounded, because highfalutin theory land is garbage, or you know, it's ineffectual. It's spinning in the imaginarium. It doesn't include the grounded emotional and physical body. So I recommend that first. But in there I talk a little bit about how in your lungs is where the underground river of life surfaces in your body. It is where your blood touches the air. Your alveoli, the little ends of the bronchial tubes, pick up the oxygen molecule, where your blood touches, the inside touches the outside. It's where you're inside. This is why it is a rideau, a smoke screen, a veil. Why smoke has been used to inhale into the lungs, not the crappy chemical, Marlboro crapolas, demonically, I would say, mixed with certain additives. I once had to film a whistleblower from the tobacco industry when I had a video company. The additives they put in that stuff is horrible. It's weaponized. It is meant to completely addict you, of course. Natural tobacco has been used for time immemorial with native traditions as a veil, the mists, the smoke, between the worlds has its place. Now they don't generally inhale, but you use it ritually. This happens in your lungs, because that's where the inner world and the outer world, the bridge of steam, the bridge of smoke, the bridge between dimensions. Feel how it all makes sense. Feel how it makes sense. That makes sense. So your breath is the most fundamental, one full conscious breath. By the way, I'm looking for gift masters, the moving little, I want to make some gifts on the full yogic breath and on the tree of life breath. I want to make them so that you can see the illustration, the moving picture, and image it in. At this time, when the shit's going to keep hitting the fan, it will. Somebody asked me yesterday, I'm doing some catch-up sessions. Thank you for being patient, by the way, you guys. I lost 25 pounds, man. I was just getting some muscles. That's what I bitched about the most. So the full conscious breath, there's several variations. But basically, this is a reset button. It is like resetting on your screen. You refresh your page or you restart the computer. And it's subtle. It's not mechanistic. It's not militaristic. It is not about exercise. It's not about getting it done. It's not about the physical only. It's about the physical, spiritual interface. It is where the breath of life, the oxygenation, the combustion, combust up of the material world, combustion, occurs. I made a friend with a bee because I went and talked to him, so now he's landing on me. I don't mind that at all. Bee therapy, by the way, very powerful. Don't do it, obviously, if you're allergic. But letting bees sting you on some acupuncture points, very powerful, antihistamines. So keeping it simple, you come back to the breath. If you can be conscious of what it is that is breathing you, something is breathing you. You do not breathe yourself the vast majority of the time. 99% of the time, you are off into you're off into thinking or doing something. Usually for most humans at this time, it's being engaged, hooked by the world into something, the tyranny of the urgent, that we need to hurry and worry about, which 99.99% of the time is a complete lie. Actually 100%. There's never anything you need to hurry and worry about. Can worry and hurry add another moment to your life? No. It takes away a few moments from your life. So a conscious breath is where we are then consciously engaging the life force. Something is breathing you. When you're asleep, when finally the crazy lady up in the attic and the crazy dude up in the attic, meaning our consciousness, spinning in our head, theories, thinking, impressions, Most humans are sadly never even aware, never mind conscious or in charge of their own mentation, your own thoughts. Most humans have no choice and go, oh, I don't want to think about that. They are flotsam and jetsam. Their consciousness is dragged down the river. Totally. Really? Other people out walking? That's nuts. Are you kidding me? So something there is that breathes you. That's why when you're asleep, finally the crazy lady in the head, the crazy man in the head, stops. Just a little bit. Enough that the body can, okay, the guy's finally shut up, your thoughts. We can do some maintenance. You finally relax a little bit. Many people nowadays can't even relax while they're sleeping. They need to take all kinds of pills to knock them out. Sad, but true. So, becoming conscious again of your breath. Now, we can take the reins back. Imagine horses that know exactly what to do. You don't have to tell them anything. But occasionally you can take the reins back. So you can take the reins back on your breathing process. Most of the time it's doing its thing. So you can take 1, 2, or 3 full conscious breaths, where you consciously engage it. I'll take over here for a minute, boys or girls. In through the nose, and it can be a forceful breath, or it can be whatever it do what it wants to do. Never force. But sometimes it wants to go on the in-breath, like a strong in-breath. The simplest way to do it is simply to allow the trunk of the tree of life, to be your spinal column. On the out-breath, it goes down the spinal column, from your crown chakra to your root chakra. On the in-breath, it goes up. This is deceptively simple and deceptively powerful, or incredibly powerful. Back to basics. 1 full conscious breath, the world's shortest meditation. And you do 3 of those breaths consciously, big ones, in through the nose, and slowly out through the mouth. Make a pencil-sized hole in your mouth as you let it out slowly. The key is the relaxation response, the be still and know that I am God. The peace beyond understanding. Now, because we've been frantic, crazy people living in our heads, sometimes it takes a while. And the mind will bitch. There's nothing happening. What are we doing? This is boring. All that stuff. Once you get over that hump, it's like going to a gym. Once you've gone for 21 or 30 days, your body wants to go back. Same with this. In through the nose, up the spinal column. Can we handle in and up? In and up. Out and down. You do 3 conscious breaths. At the end of the out-breath, there's a moment of eternity. Nothing. Stillness. As Patanjali says, the disjoining of the in and the out-breath. Now I risk, and I may take this video down, because unless people pay something, things given for free are not valued, still in our system. I'm looking for media artists, please, the gifts, to actually make movement. So as I'm going to make another video on the 3 variations of the full conscious breath, which will be the yogic circle breath and then the tree of life breath, which we're doing a little tiny version of right now. And then we're going to do the frog breath, which has to do with breathing prana, breathing energy in through your skin and retaining it. So if you're a GIF artist, a media artist that wants to help me with this, I've got a budget for it. Contact me, please, or somebody you know that would be interested in this. I want it to be a love, you know, and compensate however. You know, you can have all the products I have, and money, whatever works. The key when you interact with people is that you want it to feel good. You want it to feel, yes, that's valuable to me, that feels good. You know, sometimes you give things away for free, sometimes you don't. If people are demanding and arrogant, then often you don't get things for free because you still need to learn humility. Full conscious breath. In and up and then out. It's like it goes, the sap, the water, it goes up the tree on the in-breath and it comes down the tree. The tree, the trunk of life, the tree in the life, Mount Meru, the tree of life, Yggdrasil, Ewa, and Avatar. The tree of life is such a huge archetype. My voice is still weak, I can feel it. So throughout the day, you can always just put your attention on your spinal column. It's your antenna that tunes in really all cosmic rays, your awareness, your consciousness. And you're breathing anyway, so there's no work. On the in-breath, just notice it goes up your spine. On the out-breath, it goes down your spine. Then transfer your attention to your spine. Now I'm going to make those 3 variations with the gifts, the moving energies, so you can see them. Because when you visualize that, it's aha, instead of me trying to describe it. Back to basics. Keep it simple. The breath is happening, whether it has to, or you start leaving your body. Why not use that as an effortless access point? Can you notice? Of course you can. You can lay in your couch and watch TV. You can notice. Can you watch a movie laying in the new recliners they have at some theaters? Yes, paying attention, unless you're really sleepy, is effortless. That's all this takes. Your breath is happening anyway. What is it that is breathing me? Don't answer it. Dwell inside it. Artists don't answer it too quickly. Drawing conclusions is boring. Source leaves it open-ended so that something new can come in. All right, so if you know an artist that works with the GIFs, the moving sort of short animations, and I'm looking for the right one to do these 3 one full conscious breath meditations, and let's illustrate them. As the heat gets turned up, as the volume gets turned up on Earth, it's going to be more and more important that you stay in contact with the life force. So if you develop a habit now of being in touch and noticing the life force, the breath, the God, the ruach, the chi, the source, mother, father, breathing you, you'll have a better shot at it when the ship starts going down. This is going to explode. Reality is going to turn inside out. You're going to have to be able to handle it. My client asked, what do you see coming, Tobias? I see more purging. There's no instant, massive healing of everybody. It's not going to happen. More purging. Those that will keep purging and get closer and closer to the life force within them, you're going to enjoy the ride more. Others are going to be freaked out as the the illusion starts to collapse even more. The hits will keep on coming. If you've transferred your faith or your belief or your bedrock, your foundation to the inner source that is creating you every breath, you're going to enjoy the show. But if you don't have that foundation, it'll be screaming in terror a lot, gnashing of teeth, all those prophecies. Absolutely. It's going to be scary. What happens if the dollar just devalues completely? There's riots in the streets. How are you going to deal with that? You know? I'm not fear porn mongering here. I'm just saying, more and more, wherever you put your faith in false places, like the medical system, in false teachers, in governments, and hoping the government will solve your problems, seriously? I mean, come on. In whatever. Wherever you put your foundation outside yourself, it will fail you in the days to come. Then the awakening, then the simplicity, then the purity. Just like on the microcosm, when you go through a dark night of the soul or an awakening, it's going to shave away, it's going to prune you where you've been placing your power outside yourself. It's going to keep pointing you towards back inside you, your own kundalini, your own connection, your own communion inside, literally your own nervous system. Noticing your breath going up and down your spine, it's a subtle psycho-spiritual sensation. Just like Source himself, herself, God herself, God himself, doesn't bombastically say, look how, it is the most invisible, unseen. So is the life force in you. Actually, you have an advantage because you can feel it. What is it that is breathing me? And you can actually start feeling it. It's like a little subtle sensation up and down your spine. That's the subtle, humble, retired, veiled, hidden Almighty, the source that makes all things. If you're mesmerized by the effects, if you're caught up in the creation and not wanting to know the creator, the creatrix, you're lost in the illusion, the ill place for you to be fused. Don't do it, is my recommendation. Start with something very simple. Notice the divine breath breathing you. That's why there's so many techniques that always come back to the breath. But don't make a thing out of it. Allow it to be a simple, when the wind moves, there's no giant production. It's just beautiful. You have the divine breath breathing you all the time. And 99.99% of the time, humans miss it. Like God is kissing you from the inside, Source. It's a beautiful book called Anna, this is Mr. God, This is Anna, about a 10-year-old orphan during World War II Britain. Anna, Mr. God, This is Anna. This girl shows up, they're all hiding in, bunkers at night or air raids, this group of people. And this little girl shows up from nowhere. And she becomes this inspiration for them all. And then she disappears magically. But one of the things she used to say, well, people kiss from the outside, but God kisses from the inside. People kiss on the outside, but God kisses from the inside. When was the last time you felt kissed by Source, Father, Mother, all that is, that gave you that bliss, that peace beyond understanding? I sit on this swing a lot. Sometimes my belly turns into fire. Jesus called it the Comforter. You can call it whatever, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Right words are the booby prize. the golden child, the kundalini, the fire in the belly. You can have access to this. But you got to give it a little bit of attention. What you pay attention to is what starts revealing itself. So notice the divine breath. Something there is that is breathing me. Keep it simple. It's the life force. As soon as it leaves, so do you. Wouldn't it be smart to get to know it a little bit? Become acquainted with it? Everything else will go away. Except whatever that impulse is, the I am pulse, that is giving you life force source. And it's incredibly blissful. And it takes care of you. At this point I have ridiculous coincidences. Whatever I think of, I was thinking about somebody the other day. I hadn't thought about her for a number of years. Instantly writes me. Because she's feeling my love. It's really fun. And then occasionally you have a wake-up call, a correction, a humiliating blow to the God knocks out your tooth. Right? Your hillbilly teacher here. They gave me a thing to wear. I'm like, Much love. When you get knocked down, double back down. I'm doubling down, coming back, but I'm smarter. Everything works in my favor. Everything that happens to me works in my favor. Everything that comes at me works in my favor. Was it fun to have 103-degree temperature, lose 25 pounds, blood pressure skyrocket, every damn test known to man, they can't figure anything out? No. And the medical bills, I'm going to have to work that out. No, it's not fun. But I'm looking for that. There's a gift here. There's a gift here, and I'm not deciding it too soon. All things work in my favor. If you decide so, so it becomes. My voice will come back, hopefully, or not. As I'm there on death's door, I'm telling people, well, there's good and bad news. Apparently I'm going to survive. That's the good news. And the bad news is, apparently I'm going to survive. I don't care. But there's something in me that wants to do something more. All right. Tomorrow morning and every Sunday, just about every Sunday, I'm going to have to cancel my travels. I'm just not strong enough. So I don't think I'm going to Sweden. Now, at the end of the month here in July, I will be in Sedona. So if you want to come to Sedona for the July 21, 22, 23 Course of Awakening, I think that's still a possibility. But I can't go to Sweden. I don't think I can. It's just the airplane travel and so forth. And I knew 6 months ago. Right now they're starting a ayahuasca retreat down in the Sacred Valley. And I knew 6 months ago, I'm not going to be there. It's really cool. Outside of space-time. These are natural talents for humans. Nothing special about me. Except that I'm fucking like a bulldog. I'm going to keep going. All right, much love. I meant this to be short. And I'll show you the bees next time. Tomorrow morning, go to tobiaslars.com. I'm doing the live webcasts. And the main goal there is I want to help offer and us co-create. It takes all of us, or whoever's participating. We co-create a space where we can access. Not understanding is okay. Going, okay, that makes sense, because that satisfies. Satisfying the mind is nothing complete. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can't just be stuck in the mind, because you end up like this, just spinning. But the main thing is I want to transmit the gong, the vibration, the feeling that also we can activate this pillar of fire inside ourselves, because that's the only thing that's ever going to satisfy you anyway. All right. So that's the intention of doing that. You can ask questions, but generally we end up in some nice spaces where we're just palpably feeling things as well. So Sundays, 10:30 a.m. California time, 1:30 East Coast time. I think it's 5, 6, or 7 p.m. across Europe, and 3 a.m. in Australia. But you can listen to the recording. You don't need to listen to it live. So many people just order it, and this is my work. This is my love. That's my thing, the spontaneous in the moment thing we can do with the webcasts. All right. Much love.